Mike Football from Last Word on College Football joins us on a regular basis to break down Tennessee, the SEC, and the nation. Join him again on Last Word on College Football for top-notch college football breakdown and analysis. Mike, this Alabama demolition of Vandy is just amazing from the standpoint that Vandy's not a great football team. We were rating teams looking at Tennessee and UMass amongst the 130, and Vandy's in that 50 or 60 range. But who else in the nation is going to go to Nashville and just annihilate that team? Nobody is. Oklahoma, Clemson, I just can't envision anybody going in there, racking up 700 yards against a Vanderbilt defense, and then only giving up 3 first downs is crazy. Yes, Vanderbilt's not good offensively. They're not explosive, but they've got Ralph Webb in the backfield, and Kyle Shermer has made progression over the last 10 or 12 starts. It's just this program continues to – the gap is widening in the SEC, and I don't know if you have any other thoughts about the landscape of the conference right now.
Well, certainly, Vanderbilt's not a bad team.
No.
I think they're kind of there with Tennessee in the 40s, maybe 50s. They beat a good Kansas State team. That was home, but the week before they beat a good Kansas State team. Kansas State's probably 4 or 5 in the Big 12. Depending on how good West Virginia is. We'll find out at the end of the season where Kansas State shakes out. But they're a decent team. So Vanderbilt beat them. I think Nick Saban had Alabama ready emotionally. I'm not sure Vanderbilt actually called out Alabama. I don't know, but what I do know is Nick Saban convinced his defense that that Vanderbilt did call out Alabama. Whether or not it actually happened is irrelevant. Saban got them to believe that Vanderbilt did that. So that was kind of a revenge tour. And I'll tell you right now, Alabama, this is part 2 of their revenge tour. Ole Miss has beaten Alabama 2 of the past 3 seasons, 2 times in a row, 2014 and 2015. So if you don't think Nick Saban's going to have his team more fired up to beat Ole Miss this weekend, then I would argue that you really don't know Nick Saban. He's going to have those guys, and Ole Miss is down. I don't think they're as good as Vanderbilt. I don't even think they're as good. I don't even think they're as close to as good as Vanderbilt. Shea Patterson's a great talent at quarterback, but they're completely one-dimensional on offense. They're much more. I think they average 420 yards of passing offense. I think they average 69 yards of rushing offense per game. So that suits Vanderbilt to a T. Those front 4 guys are going to pin their ears back and just come at Shea Patterson. It's going to be a nightmare game for him. And then on offense, Alabama's going to do exactly the same thing they did against Vanderbilt. They're just going to push them around. They're going to let the 2 stud running backs plus their stud freshmen just run it off tackle left, off tackle right for 6 and 7 yards, and then Jalen Hurts is going to pull it for a play action pass for 40 yards. I think there's a chance Ole Miss. I think there's a chance Alabama beats Ole Miss worse than they beat Vanderbilt last week.